this is just the beginning. We haven't even started Trump's presidency yet. If Vivek thinks that MAGA and Trump supporters are going to let any brown man tell them that they should be okay with other brown men coming into America and taking their jobs, then he's about to get his face eaten. Just the beginning. We haven't even started Trump's presidency yet. If Vivek thinks that MAGA and Trump supporters are going to let any brown man tell them that they should be okay with other brown men coming into America and taking their jobs, then he's about to get his face eaten. And to be honest with you, I'm here for it, because this isn't what I voted for. This is what they voted for. I'm here for it, because this isn't what I voted for. This is what they voted for. And you know what? You reap what you sow. Here, Vivek tweeted this out. The reason top tech companies often hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers over Native Americans isn't because of an innate American IQ deficit, a lazy and wrong explanation. A key part of it comes down to the C word, culture. Tough questions demand tough answers, and if we're really serious about fixing a problem, we have to confront the truth. Our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long, at least since the 90s and likely longer. That doesn't start in college, it starts young. And the culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. A culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World, or Zach and Slater over Screech in Saved by the Bell, or Stefan over Steve Urkel in Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. Yep, this is the part where the leopards eat your face.
After Donald Trump's victory, thousands of Americans are planning to pack their bags and move abroad. Google search data shows U.S. citizens are actively researching how to move to Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. Among these people could be Hollywood celebrities like Sharon Stone, Cher, and Jimmy Kimmel, all of whom declared they would leave the country rather than live under a second Trump presidency. Our next report brings you more.
President-elect Donald Trump's victory wasn't a happy ending for everyone after all. While some saw his re-election as a personal win, others expressed fear about America's future and declared the Republicans' triumph a war on women. With Donald Trump set to begin his second presidency next January, scores of Americans are now planning to pack their bags and move to a different country. Recent Google search data shows just that. Americans are worried about Trump's apparent threat to democracy and are now showing interest in moving to Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. As the polls closed in the US East Coast on Election Day, Google searches for move to New Zealand jumped nearly 2,000%. That too, only within 24 hours. Meanwhile, a similar search for Canada surged over 1,200%. And the one for Australia climbed over 800%. A Google official says that after the president-elect's win, searches about migrating to these three countries hit an all-time high. America's very same sentiment was also reflected upon New Zealand's immigration website. The site recorded around 25,000 new US-based users the day Donald Trump delivered his victory speech. The same day last year, only 1,500 Americans visited the website. Among the people planning to move abroad is a host of Hollywood celebrities who, before the election, went as far as to declare that they would rather leave than live under Trump's rule. One of them is singer and actor Cher, who said she almost got an ulcer the last time Trump won. Another is actor Sharon Stone, who is considering a house in Italy. Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner also said that if Trump returns to power, she will get out and move to her home country, the United Kingdom. Actor America Ferrera, too, is planning to start a new life with her husband in the United Kingdom. After the results, a teary-eyed TV host, Jimmy Kimmel, also talked about packing up and exiting the United States, adding a comedic tone to an otherwise serious sentiment. Of course, it's too early to predict how many Americans will actually move abroad, and how many will decide to brave a second Trump presidency. But what we do know is that Donald Trump is back, and this time with a more powerful mandate.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala to the elective Yasharala. All praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations unto the legmen feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth through this great gospel, strictly for the Israelites, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? And the elect out of those people, right? This truth is not for everybody, and not for all the children of Israel, because most of our people, right, they're not into this. They're not into the good news, the gospel, right? They're into themselves, right? They're into Babylon's politics that can't help nobody, right? That can't help nobody, right? And you see what's going on in Babylon the Great. People are speaking the truth about this place and what these people, they can't take it. They can't take it, right? They know that this place is built off the backs of what? Slaves, free labor, right? Robbery, thievery, right? The Bible said the thief cometh not but to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And that's all Esau has done ever since he's been in what? Power. Ever since he's been in power. And what the Edomites say, he's saying, no brown people going to come here and take jobs from them crackers, right? That's the other thing. The Edomites, they want to work. They want to work. And that's the beautiful thing about the kingdom of heaven. We're going to dish out what? Perpetual employment. They're going to be working for a long time until what? They be put out burned out from the face of the earth. That's the future Edom. So he ain't going to have to worry about not being employed, not having a place to go work. He's going to be a slave. He's going to be a servant under the children of Israel, him and these other nations, all these heathens. And DJT is not going to fix the problem, right? Fleeing America is not going to deliver you, right? You notice it's all the same things happening at the same time, right? They put Nero back in office. You got people here in Babylon the Great trying to flee, trying to escape what's coming, right? And what's coming? The collapse of America, the end of the dollar, right? I'm reading the book of Psalms 55 and 21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war is in his hearts. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. I'm reading it again. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, right? If you understand who they just reelected, you understand this man ain't thinking about no poor people. He's not thinking about fixing the economy, fixing the schools, the broken school system. He's not thinking about fixing the roads. Why would you fix something when you know war is coming? Right? These presidents, they know war is coming. They know conflict is coming, invasions is coming, full collapse, martial law, distress in the cities. They know what's coming, right? Matter of fact, the scriptures tell you, Proverbs 22:7, it says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender, right? They're not here to help you out. They're here to keep your ass in deeper bondage. You're going to continue to be a servant, right? They're going to continue to rule over you. That's why it's always the same group of people going back and forth every 4 to 8 years. And these people, the people who thought their living conditions got better, they done set the system on your ass and brought you right back to poverty. Right, due to the C1 nizzle. You done lost your occupation. You done lost your place of business. You done lost your house. You done lost equity and money in your shit. And now you're starting back at ground zero, at zero, right? It's over for you people, this society. I'm reading, it says, the rich ruleth over the poor, and what the borrower is servant to the lender, right? These elites ain't trying to share a goddamn thing, right? That's why they're preparing you for tribulation. Psalms 55, and I'm reading it again, 21, it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what? But war was in his heart, right? But war is in his heart, right? You see, he was talking about taking over Panama, taking the Panama Canal back. Now they over there burning his picture. Right? This is even before he done even stepped in office. He done started trouble with Panama. He done started trouble with Canada, talking about Canada is going to be the 51st state, something like that. And he told the president of Canada, man, he's just the governor, something like that. So you see this man, he's not even in office yet, and he's making enemies. The spirit of war is in his heart. The spirit of division is in his mouth. Right? It says, F Trump. Big protests in Panama outside of the U.S. Embassy. Right? And all these things is going to lead to what? Civil unrest in these different places. These different places, these different countries. That's why it says the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. Right? Because DJT ain't thinking about making no friends. Right now, he's more about making goddamn enemies. Right? He's telling people, oh, we're going to deport people back to countries, and if they won't accept them, we'll deport them to other countries. Right? And he's talking about making this place great again by what? Bringing that war, that conflict, right? That civil unrest, that martial law, right? That straight military on the streets of Babylon the Great. That's what's coming. That's going to lead to what? All hell fucking breaking loose. Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but what? War was in his heart, in his mind. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, right? Because it's all about, don't you want America to be great again? How can we save our country? Right? It's those good speaking words that's going to lead you to people to let them do whatever you want to do. Like they said, with him back in office, the Republicans got the Senate and the House, the majority. They're going to give this man ruling power to do whatever the hell he want to do. Right? Anything that he want to do. And that's why in this picture it says, brace for impact, America. You got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. It's the book of Micah 2 verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Because it's in the power of their hand. And you about to see what these people put their agenda to work, right? They got what? Agenda 2025, 2030, right? They got NWO, reset agendas, all these different things, man, right? Depopulation, dehumanization, right? Mass jabization, right? Mass chipization. Pretty soon, that's what it's going to lead to that RFID chip. To people standing in lines to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads or wherever they put it on your body. Right? Inmates is going to have to take it. Rich, poor, it don't matter. This is the future. And that's what these people are set up to do. Right? Bring in the end of this society. Micah 2 and 1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands, right? Because it's the power of their hand. And the Bible said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So what is the wicked going to do? He's going to do wickedly, right? He's going to do wickedly. He's going to do what the Lord put in his heart, fulfilled it in his heart to do. He's going to fulfill all those plans, right? He's going to lead you to destruction. He's going to bring us to this World War III, right? He's going to set up this space force to fight against Yahushua and the angels. Right? Everything is going just according to who Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's plans. This is Psalms 37 and 1. It says, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Right? You got these wicked men in power still. In 2024, they're still in rulership and they're gaining more wealth. Right? They just cut out the middle class and took all their shit. Took all their shit. Now you got, it says homelessness up 20%. Right, mass poverty, mass unemployment, mass layoffs, mass evictions, mass car repos. Hey, it's going to be a lot of mass kids with dead parents, right? That's what's about to happen too. Right, when all hell really start breaking loose in these cities and they start rounding people up, pretty soon it's going to be a crime to be homeless. Right, it says, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as what the green herb. Right, their end is nigh. This is the book of Job. Read on 14 and 5, which says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Right, that he cannot pass. Right, this man was set up to rule for a certain time. Right, he was set up on earth to do a certain will for the Lord, right? He is the sword of the Lord. the sword of the Lord, and he's going to get one more chance to show himself as the sword of the Lord, right? When he kicks in that martial law, right? When those FEMA camps get opened up and they start using those guillotines, when the people want to fight against this system, who want to fight against the government officials, who want to fight against the RFID chip that's about to be forced down the throat of the people, right? That's what's about to happen. Job 14:5, seeing his days are determined, a number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. He cannot pass. And that's why it says the devil cometh down with great wrath, because he knoweth he have but a short time. He have but a short time. Shalom.